This is the wind turbine. And I have already told it to you, the tower is made of a concrete part and a steel part. This is the end of the concrete tower in 80 meters height. And on the concrete tower we have 2 steel tubes and the machine in a height of 138 meters. You see the red paint at the tower, at the blades. It is for the aircraft. They must see the wind turbine rechtzeitig.
In time.
In time. And during the night there is a red light on the top of the machine. And that light is very bright, very, very bright. And some people might be disturbed by the brightness of that light. And so we have an instrument at the top of the tower, a laser beam. And it's measuring how transparent the air is. If there is klare Sicht, if there is a clear side, if there is no clear side, and then we can, if there is a clear side, we can dim the light down to 10%, so it is not so bright and the people are not disturbed. Here you can have a look inside the machine and at the top of the tower. And we have 2 different
Principles.
2 different principles of wind turbines. Those turbines who have a gearbox and those who have no gearbox. This is the turbine we have built in Hilchenbach. You see the generator painted red. It is a very large generator. The diameter is 4.5 meters, and it turns very, very slowly. It turns as slowly as the rotor itself. When the rotor is turning 15 times a minute, the generator also turns 15 times a minute. And so we don't need a gearbox between generator and rotor. The other principle you see here, a very small generator, only 6 or 7 tons of weight, but it has the same power as the other one, 2 megawatt. It can be so small, so light, because the turning speed is very, very high, 2,500 turnings per minute. Much faster than the rotor does turn. And so we need a gearbox between generator and rotor. Der Nachteil, was das ist? Disadvantage. The disadvantage is that the gearbox is, it will not have a long life. It may be after 5, 6, 7, 8 years, it may have a damage. I myself have another wind turbine, a private investment of mine, and it was 10 years old as the gearbox had total damage, and then it is very expensive to change the gearbox. Der Vorteil?
Advantage.
The advantage of this principle is it is cheaper, much cheaper than this, because this principle of generator is very, very expensive. It has a weight of 45 tons, and it consists of nahezu das gesamte Gewicht.
Almost the whole weight.
It is copper, and copper is very expensive. But this kind of wind turbine will have a longer life, because there is no gearbox inside. I hope so. In Germany, wind turbines may be built in special areas, and here you can see the wind area of the city of Hilchenbach, 30 hectares, and in that area you can see the positions of our 5 wind turbines. And the first house is 1.4 kilometers away from turbine number 5. We have a big distance between the wind farm and the village, and in that way people are not disturbed by noise or by the lights in the night. This map shows you the sound propagation. You see the wind turbines as a symbol, 1 to 5. You see Hilchenbach and the other villages in red color, pink color. And around the wind farm you see painted lines. They show how loud the wind farm is on that line. The red line, on the red line you will have a noise level of 45 decibel. At the edge of a village we have to be leiser.
Quiet. More quiet. Or leise. Leise oder leiser?
Leiser.
More quiet.
More quiet than 45 decibel. And you see the red line is only a few hundred meters away from the wind farm. 400 meters. The village is much farther away. It is outside the red line. The red line shows you where you can hear 35 decibel. That is half as loud as 45 decibel. We have not a noise problem.